I'm so excited that you are here. Um, Thank you for coming to my very first live stream. Um, I'm very, very nervous and very, very new to this, and I'm not the best with technology. So forgive me if I have any hiccups or blunders, but it's a learning process, and we'll learn as we go. So, welcome, and like I said, whoops, I have an echo because I have my speaker on. See, technical issue. Welcome to my daughter Maddie, who's here with me tonight
Hi.
for diamond painting help and moral support. And we're just gonna basically just chit chat and do what we would normally do in a whip and chat with you guys if anybody has anything they want to talk about or say. I am working on my new canvas that I just got from Enabler's Outpost. I just unboxed it day before yesterday. It is Medusa. It's a Shutterstock image. I have a quarter of it covered with release paper, so you can't really see the whole image. But it's really, I love the rendering. I think it's really going to be beautiful. And I've only got one section done so far, but it was a little bit bigger of a section, so I'm okay with it. And I'm using my handy dandy Harbor Freights, and I picked this snakeskin pen to use tonight because snakes, Medusa. I got this from O'Brien's Hand Turned Pens on Etsy. Maddie, what are you working on?
I am working on. Oh my god.
You don't even know what you're
Catching
working on?
Dreams by Chuck Pinson for Chuck Along.
Woo-hoo.
I am using my pen from Axle and Iron.
Axe and Iron.
Axe and Iron. And just a regular tray from Amazon. I'm
Yep.
using Craftmates Lockles for my storage.
All right.
And
Cool.
Craftably Wax.
Craftably Wax. All right. You like that wax?
I love it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Better than Diamond Art Club wax?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Better than Dreamer Designs wax?
Yes.
Wow.
I do.
Fascinating.
I really like it.
I'm using Marcelino asked how's Nate, and Nate's good.
He's a
Thanks,
boy.
Marcelino. Nate's awesome.
Teenage boy.
He's stinky and annoying. How about that?
He calls me a chump every day. Every time I come home.
Go play games, Marcelino. Marcelino is Nate's friend.
Oh, I thought this was one of your friends.
No. One of his gaming friends.
Oh, it's funny.
Yes. Yeah, so thanks for your support. I appreciate it. All right. So Maddie recently celebrated her 24th birthday. What was it, day before yesterday?
Yeah, it was Tuesday. Was that day before yesterday?
No, that was 3 days ago. And how was your birthday?
It was good. It was an awkward day because I had to go to work, and I just.
That was awkward?
Yes. Yes. I am so uncomfortable there. And
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it's just starting a new job is just weird, and like everybody's already friends. I was the first person they've hired in a while.
How long have you been there now? Like a month?
Yeah, about a month.
Okay.
A little over a month. And like at my old job, I was friends with everybody, and we all were really close. And now I don't know anybody. But I had Cornelius Witherspoon Jr. That's Austin.
Hi, Austin.
But I had an awkward day because they decorated my desk at work, which was really nice, and they got me a cake, and we sang happy birthday and stuff. And while they're singing happy birthday, they're about to sing.
And you love being the center of attention.
Oh yeah. My coworker was like, "Do you feel awkward?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You look uncomfortable." I was like, "Okay." But then at the end of the day, they had decorated my desk, like the ceiling.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to take the decorations down, and my boss comes over and he's like, "Yeah, Angela had to get up on the desk in heels, and it looked really complicated." I said, "I don't think I could stand on the desk because the night before I was turning around and I ran into the wall like full speed." And
of your house?
Of my house, yes. And chipped my tooth because I chomped my teeth together. So I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, how did you do that?" And I said, "I don't know. I think my house shifted and the walls moved."
Were you being serious?
No, I was just kidding. But he thought I was being serious. He was like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh my
House
god, the house shifted. He probably thinks you're the biggest airhead.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like the weird kid at work. And I don't know why.
Well, probably because you go sit in your car and eat lunch all by yourself.
It's my me time.
Yeah, but that...
I gotta listen to my true crime podcast and play solitaire.
But wouldn't you be better off just saying, I'm gonna go listen to my true crime podcast and play solitaire, rather than coming up with these lies, like your noodle factory lie?
Yeah.
So you have to tell the noodle factory story.
Well, there was a fajita luncheon, and I didn't want to go because I wanted to sit in my car and lunch and relax. And they asked me, "Oh, are you coming to the fajita luncheon?" I said, "No, I brought lunch." And then I was like, "Oh no, that's a bad lie because they're gonna know that I didn't bring lunch when I don't go to the fridge and get my lunch." Then I was like, "Actually, I ordered lunch." And then they just looked at me and I said, "It was Noodles and Company. I got buttered noodles, Parmesan crusted chicken. It's really good." It's like, I ordered it on the app, do it all the time, got a lot of points, and I just kept going and going.
So you kept making up this more and more elaborate lie?
Yeah. And they were just like, okay.
Alright. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Didn't what your boss say something about, do you feel like you're 24?
Oh, yeah. Right after they sang me happy birthday, they said, "Do you feel 24? I said, "I feel 12. And then I didn't elaborate. Nobody laughed.
Nobody thought it was funny. I feel 12.
I do feel 12.
You act 12.
I haven't aged emotionally or anything, intellectually or anything, since age 12.
I think you've aged intellectually. I mean, either that or our American education system is in a sad state if you obtained a college degree. And you have... Well, we won't go into that. We won't go into that in detail. How funny. Hi, Marina. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Sun Moon Love. Thank you guys all for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I was telling Maddy before you came in how absolutely crazy nervous I am about this. Not so great with technology, and I don't know. I was just really nervous about doing this. But I think it could be fun. I don't know if it'll be a regular thing, but I kind of wanted to break the ice and do it kind of in honor of my 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop. And yeah, I just thought it might be a fun thing to do, to hang out on a Friday night. We weren't doing anything else. Maddy came home for the weekend and for the holiday and for the long 3-day weekend, and we're just gonna craft and probably go shopping. We have there's a retreat in Missouri in hi Renee. There's a retreat in Missouri in October that Maddy and I are going to, and we have to put together these blessing boxes. It's like themed gifts, and we have not shopped yet, and the retreat is October 7th, and we have like 12 gifts to buy to put in these boxes.
I'm excited though. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a blast. I'm not excited about the drive. It's gonna be about an 8.5-hour drive for us to get from here to where we're going in Missouri.
We should do a drive-in chat.
Ooh, that could be fun. Yeah, I could get in an accident and die in a flaming ball of terror. I don't know. I'm not so good with multitasking. I'm having a really hard time diamond painting and talking, so at the same time. So Nate had the other thing that happened this week is Nate had his first day of 7th grade. And so he's back to school and in 7th grade, and talk about awkward, man. He's getting to that age. He's getting to the awkward age.
That was my most awkward year, was 7th grade.
Was it really?
Oh my god, I had no friends.
Yes, you did.
I did not have one friend.
Yes, you did.
I had Chels, but...
Where did you sit at lunch?
I sat alone.
You did not.
Well, I sat with the other kids who didn't have anybody to sit by, but, like, they didn't want to talk, you know? So there's, like, one table where there's the kids where they didn't, you know, like, they just kept to themselves and stuff.
Okay.
So I just sat there, and I just kept to myself. Sometimes I would eat really fast and go sit in the bathroom.
You guys, you would not, if you knew Maddie today, you would not believe that. And Maddie is like one of, and I'm not even just saying this because she's my daughter. She is absolutely gorgeously beautiful and has such an outgoing and bubbly and friendly personality that I cannot imagine that would have been happening.
It
Like as a
probably-
mom at the time, I didn't know that was going on. You didn't tell me that. Like I thought everything was all good. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
it
thought
got
life was
better
good.
in 8th grade.
You went for the whole year like that?
Yeah, but it got better. You know, I was just really shy. Like, if I would have put myself out there and stuff, it wouldn't have been the issue.
Yeah.
But I was really quiet and shy because I just felt uncomfortable because my body was changing.
Yes, your body was changing. Speaking, yeah, bodies are changing at that age, definitely. Definitely.
And you just feel like everybody's laughing at you all the time or something. I don't know.
Right.
Like, it's just an uncomfortable time.
Right.
Nate seems to be okay.
For now,
When I
he's
get home, he's fine. I don't really see him socially.
Neither do I. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing fine. Yeah, I think year 7 is everybody's awkward year. It was for me too. I mean, I had braces and
Yep.
acne,
Yeah.
and like Maddie's saying, your body's changing. You're starting to sweat where places where you never used
Yeah.
to sweat, and
And
just smell funny. And
I was so tall, and like you know the like girls grow faster than boys.
yes,
So and I'm just a tall woman in general, but like even then, like I was super tall. I was like 5'5".
how old are you now? How tall are you now?
I'm like 5'9", 5'9" and a half.
5'9.5".
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I thought you were 5'10".
I give myself that half though.
I don't blame you. I give myself my half. I'm 5'5.5", and I give myself the half all day. It's funny, for the longest time, I always thought I was tall for a girl. And I found out later in life that 5'5.5" really
That's like-
isn't all that
That's average.
tall. Yeah, it's pretty average. Story of my life, average. Average intelligence, average body.
Just a normal.
Just a normal average person. That's me. But I'll take it. I'll take it any day. Over, some people have a much more difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember 7th grade, because when I was in school, 7th grade was the first year of middle school. So we didn't have middle school and high school. We had junior high and high school. And so our junior high was 7th, 8th, 9th grade. And then our high school was 10th, 11th, 12th. So it was my first year in junior high, and I was the same way. I was so shy and so awkward, and I didn't know anybody, and it was horrible. I remember eating lunch in the bathroom by myself, and which was weird because by the end of middle school, I mean, I was popular, and I wasn't like always a social outcast, but Marita, you're barely 5 feet tall. You're teeny. Wow, you're really short.
That's like Autumn when we walk together because I'm so tall and she's so small. Like we look funny.
You probably look like Paul Simon and Chevy Chase. Remember that music video? Call Me Al. Doo-doo. Oh yeah.
Oh, they have the trombones or something.
Yeah, was it trombone, saxophone, something like that? Sun Moon Love, you're short too. Maybe I am tall for a girl, so I was right. Somebody told me, no, Angie, you just have a superiority complex. Well, no, I don't.
Walk a mile in my shoes. You won't want to be tall.
Oh my gosh, speaking of walking a mile, when we were on our little vacation up north for our wine tasting, when we went for Alex's birthday, you guys were, I think, still at brunch, and Sarah and I went into a gift shop to get a sweatshirt. And they had these bumper sticker decals. And I am allergic to exercise, okay? I don't exercise. I can't exercise. I'm allergic. Severe allergy. So I always crack up at people's bumper stickers who have like the 23.2 or 13.3 or whatever it is for 5K. Is it at 13.3?
I don't know.
You
It's
know
always a different number though. It's always like 25.6 or something like that.
Well, I think one is double the other. I think it's
Oh.
13.3 and 26.6. I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. But those always crack me up because like, yeah, no,
Right.
not me. So they had one in this store that said 0.0. I bought it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, my fat ass isn't going nowhere. I walked to get from the fridge to the chair.
Right.
And to the
And
bathroom
to the
and
bathroom.
back.
I even procrastinate going to the bathroom.
Same. I've often threatened to get a mini fridge installed in my living room next to my recliner so I wouldn't have to get up and get sodas so often. Actually, if Nate's home, I just call Nate. Nate,
Right.
get me a Diet Coke.
Every time we call him, he's like, I'm not getting you a
I'm
Diet
not.
Coke."
No, I'm not getting you a Diet Coke. But that's funny. So yeah, I haven't installed the 0.0 bumper sticker yet, but I'm going to for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I was trying to think of what you meant when how we were still at brunch. I didn't really remember going to brunch.
Yeah, we haven't been to brunch in a while. That's not been that long ago.
I know, it feels like forever ago.
It does feel like we've been vacationing fools this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody else? What have you guys been doing? Has anybody else done a lot of traveling this summer? It feels like we've been doing fun stuff like almost every weekend.
Yeah. Much more fun than last summer.
Definitely.
Last summer, I feel like I made the best of it, despite like COVID and everything.
We did make the best of it.
Yeah, I think I went up north a couple times and we hung out.
So I'm really hot right now. I'm super warm because I don't drink, and I was so yeah. So I was so nervous, you guys, about doing this that I don't drink very often, and I decided that it would be a good idea if we had some wine before this. So I drank about a half a glass of wine, and I am like sweating bullets. I swear I must be like premenopausal or something because I have been just getting the sweats like crazy lately. Like crazy. I know, Marina, you haven't been able to go anywhere. Road trips are great. I love road trips.
Me too.
Road trips are my favorite. We used to, when the girls were young, every spring break, we would road trip it down to Daytona Beach in Florida for a week for spring break, and it would just be me and the girls. And then as they got a little bit older, they could bring a friend with them, and it was so much fun. But I would drive straight through, and that's a 21-hour drive, and I would drive that sucker straight through.
We would drive through the mountains, like on the side of a mountain in the Smoky Mountains for the scenic route.
Yes, I always yeah.
And it was so scary because you're a horrible driver.
I am a horrible driver.
Fishtailing around these things, and you just see the mountain below you. And we saw a wolf that one time.
We did see a wolf, yes. We saw a bear a lot too.
Yeah.
We saw a bear several times. People are so stupid too. We are in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and there would be a bear, like a bear mom and a bear cub, and people would park along the roadside, get out of their cars, and like be approaching these bears, this mama bear with her baby bears, trying to take pictures. And it's like, you idiots.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a petting zoo. You're in the wilderness.
Right.
I don't know what people don't understand about this is dangerous. And I mean, there's signs posted everywhere to not do that, but people are going to do what they want to do.
My uncle lives in the upper, like North Michigan, like right by the Upper Peninsula.
Yes.
And he would be really mad when bears would get into his trash, because they would get into his trash like every night. And one time he's caught a bear into his trash, and he claims this happened.
Let me just.
He's kind of a fibber.
Yeah, Uncle Joe is a notorious fibber.
But he says that he got so mad he screamed at the bear and chased it back into the woods.
I don't know that I believe that.
I believe it. He is kind of...
Well, not only is he a notorious fibber, but he's also... He's
nuts.
not really all there. He's kind of like your crazy uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not a creepy uncle, he's a crazy uncle.
Yes.
He's like almost like Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
Shitter's full. Yep, good old Uncle Joe. Hi, Vanessa. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, Uncle Joe he'll message me on Facebook, but he always types in all caps. So
Yes.
I think he's yelling at me.
So you always think he's yelling at you. So another trip that Maddy and I did recently, and I talked a little bit about it in a whip and chat, but we didn't talk too much about it, was our tiki cruise for her birthday on the Detroit River. I don't know if you guys watched my whip and chat about that, but that was a fun little trip. Oh yeah, I did talk about it because I remember some comments now about it. But did I tell y'all that Maddy shotgunned a beer on that trip? Do you guys know what shotgunning a beer is? So shotgunning a beer is when you take the can of beer and you take a key or something sharp and you stab a hole in the side of the can. And then you put the can up to your mouth, open the tab, and then suck the beer through the hole. And
it makes you have to chug, like you have.
So you have to chug this beer, and it's All right, cheers. I'm gonna have a little bit of my vino.
Afterwards, when you do it, you just stand there and burp for about 30 seconds, and that's the whole thing.
And that's the whole thing. And so, what was the point of that?
I have no idea. I've been always, when I lived in an apartment, we would want a shotgun. But, you know, it's like winter. You don't want to go on your front porch and shotgun. So we would stand in the bathtub and do it so we don't get beer on the floor. So we would all just take turns going into the bathtub and shotgunning beers.
I guess it's just something young kids do.
Yeah.
Boy, I just really sounded old just there, didn't I?
You youngsters.
You youngins. So I've been watching all week. I went back to the very, very first Survivor episodes, and I have been binge watching Survivor this week. I have watched, I think, like 5 seasons now. That's all I've been watching. Like, I go through phases where I'll watch like a certain YouTuber, like I'll go back and watch like everything that they've ever put out, and then I'll find a show and I'll just binge watch the entire library that they have on Hulu or Amazon or Netflix or whatever app. But so this week has been Survivor. You guys, anybody Survivor fans? Here's my question: do they still make Survivor? Because I'm so out of the loop, I don't even know.
I don't think they do.
No. Survivor was a great show.
It is a good show.
You know, if I was younger, I would have done Survivor.
Really? You think you could?
I think when I was younger, I could have.
Yeah, you got tased.
I did get tased.
Voluntarily.
Voluntarily tased. I did. Don't tase me, bro. I don't know. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm retired from our local municipality's police department. And I was not an officer. I was a civilian support employee. I was in charge of the property and evidence. So all of the confiscated evidence. Oh, man. All the confiscated evidence, I had to do the intake and catalog and storage and transport it to the lab for analysis and stuff like that and destroy it, like for drugs and guns and whatnot. When they were instituting tasers into the department, they needed a volunteer to get tased for an instructional video. And all of these men these male officers were all wussing out, and they were like, no, that's because what the department was saying was if you were going to carry a taser, it was a requirement that you had to get tased before you were allowed to carry a taser.
Oh, so you know its impact.
I don't know what their rationale was.
I feel like that makes sense because then you kind of know its impact because you think a taser isn't
so
as
if you
lethal
have
as a gun. You know.
Well, so if you're carrying a gun, you have to get shot.
No, but
follow that logic.
I feel like people assume that tasers are like nothing. So maybe if you got tased, you'd be more apprehensive to use it on somebody.
But so if you're carrying a gun, you should have to get shot.
No.
If you're carrying a baton, you should have to get beaten with it.
Maybe.
If you're carrying mace, you should have to get maced in the face first.
I don't know.
No,
maybe
that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe just don't tase people until it's necessary. I don't know.
Well, that's I just thought it was.
That is weird.
I thought
really
it was
strange.
I thought it was just an odd requirement. Anyway, so all these burly buff macho men were all balking at having to get tased. I'm like, oh my God, how bad could it possibly be? Come on, this is wussy stuff. So it kind of became one of those situations where I had painted myself into a corner because, like, I was talking mad trash about how it wasn't that big of a deal. And they're like, yeah, if it's not a big deal, you do it. I'm like, fine, I will. So I did. And, it wasn't it wasn't great. 100% would not recommend. If you ever have a chance to get tasered, opt out.
Thanks for the tip. I was
just
thinking about doing it.
If it's ever an option, just say no. No, thank you.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love watching Cops, specifically for the taser action.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love Cops.
Hell yeah. And it's such a weird feeling. You are like involuntarily incapacitated. Like your mind is thinking, but your body cannot move. Like you are.
You're like paralyzed.
Yeah, well, yes and no. You can move involuntarily. Like your body is doing stuff, but you are not in control of what your body is necessarily doing. And yeah, and it was the longest. The stun lasted for, I think, 15 seconds. And it was the longest 15 seconds of my entire life. Like halfway through it, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, this thing is broken. Like it's going too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this has been going on for far too long. This is broken. Help me. Make it stop.
That is so funny.
Yeah, that was one of the more foolish things I did. That alongside with being a prostitute.
Okay. You were.
But I was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't, but in my work capacity, I posed as a prostitute.
For a sting operation?
For multiple sting operations, yes.
I remember being a kid and me helping you pick out clothes.
Do you really remember that?
Yeah.
Helping me pick out
prostitute? I didn't even know what a prostitute was. I was like 8. But I helped you.
It's funny because the community that the apartment that I worked for, at that point we were per capita number 3 in the nation for violent crimes. So we had a very high homicide and assault rate. Our felonious aggravated assaults were like very per capita, very, very high. And so there was a big push for getting, crime off the streets or whatever. And so they had asked me if I would be willing to do this prostitution sting because I was not on the streets and nobody on the streets would recognize me. So the area is not a very nice area. I mean, the area we live out in the country, but the area, the municipality, the city that we live near, that I worked for, is not a very nice area. Or it's better now. It was pretty bad, but it was. So I got to pose as a prostitute a number of times, and that was really probably one of the most interesting things I've ever done in my life. There's a complete whole vernacular, like language that you have to learn. Like there's lingo. Like the first time somebody said, how much for half and half, I was like, what, you want cream in your coffee? I mean, like, I don't know. I couldn't quite know how to respond to that. And I'm not going to explain what that is. If you're interested to know what that is, I mean, you could look it up, Urban Dictionary. But yeah. So, and then the first time somebody offered me drugs instead of money, I was like, no thanks. I really just need to make a few bucks. Because I didn't know what to say. They hadn't told me, like, what to do in that eventuality. And they were like, we could have got him for drugs and soliciting. Why didn't you say yes? Or, whatever. Why didn't you make the deal? I'm like, well, I didn't know. You guys didn't tell me. I didn't know how to respond to that.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, it was It was nuts.
I would love to do what you did, like work for the police department. That's like my dream job.
I loved my job. It was really it was very, very interesting. The only time that I really disliked my job is when there were crimes involving either the elderly or children.
Yeah, that would be.
And that was just absolutely heart-wrenchingly awful to have to have any part of those cases.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, it just made me sick.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was, it was definitely very, very interesting.
Take your kid to work day was like my favorite day ever.
Yes, because you got to smash crack pipes and stuff.
Yes, and burner phones.
Yep. You got to help me destroy all the burner phones. Yeah. Yep, it was fun. Take your daughter, and you got to sit in the police car and turn the lights and sirens on. Yeah.
I wanted to do something. Well, I want to be a detective or something, but you have to be a cop.
You have to be a street cop.
And
first.
I do not want to do that because I'd be a horrible cop.
Yes, you would. You'd be awful. You'd cry.
I would cry.
You can't cry. There's no crying.
I would be like, if I pulled someone over and they would just like say something like, I'm just late for work, I'd be like, you know what? I'm always late for work. I get it. Like, I would never.
See, even in my job, I was the first woman in the state to ever have held my job, the job that I had. It was just always had been a male-dominated profession. And I had a lot to prove. There were a lot of men there that were like, oh yeah, she thinks she can do this, da 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 da, because it involved a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of hard menial manual labor, and so I had a lot I had to prove with that job.
Definitely.
But it was definitely well worth it. It was definitely well worth it. What was I going to say? I was going to tell you. Oh, the story about the the one guy we busted. And see, prostitution is a vice crime, so you can seize any assets that you think have been used for the procurement of said crime. So in the case of soliciting for prostitution, we could take their car, we could impound their vehicle because they had used their vehicle to solicit a prostitute. So we took this, so it was this old guy, and I kind of felt bad for him, so I made the deal with him. What I had to do was verbally make the deal, and then we had 2 hotel rooms that were next to one another, and I had to take him to the hotel room where the officers were waiting in the next room over. And then once we got into the hotel room, the officers would come in and make the arrest. So the officers come in to make the arrest, and this guy just starts shaking his head and laughing. He's like, I knew you looked too clean to be a streetwalker. He's like, I should have known it was too good to be true. You looked way too clean. It was funny, though, because the next day, his wife came into the department to get his vehicle out of impound. And because I was in charge of the property room, I was the one who had to release the vehicle from impound. So she comes in and she was being all kinds of rude and nasty. Like, she was just being downright cruel and mean and personal and like bitchy to me. And she was going on and on about how we had no right to take her husband's car and blah, 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 blah. And we were just doing it to her to make money and da, da, da. And I said, well, you know what your husband was arrested for, don't you? She's like, because of a parking ticket. I know what he was arrested for.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, ma'am, your husband was arrested for soliciting a prostitute. And she just like went off. I probably shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't have like told her the business, but she was making me mad. It probably wasn't the proper procedure. I'm long retired. I can't get in trouble for that anymore, so nobody tell on me.
Right. That is so funny. That's kind of scary, like having to go into hotel rooms with random guys,
That, you know what, in retrospect, I can't believe that
you had a family.
I can't believe Dad ever let me do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe that he didn't have more to say about
He probably
that.
had a lot to say. And you didn't
I
listen.
probably just didn't listen. I was a little hard-headed back in my younger years. I've gotten a lot more even-keeled and... You got a hole in your lip? Maddie's spilling wine down her shirt over there.
There's crumbs all over my shirt, too.
Dinner crumbs. Jeff made us a fantastic dinner tonight. He grilled out steak and shrimp and corn on the cob, fresh corn on the cob, and pasta salad. It was so delicious. It was really, really good. He likes to spoil Maddie when she comes home.
Mm-hmm. In the morning, I get my coffee.
He makes her coffee. My husband gets up, and when she wakes up in the morning, whenever that is, no matter what time that happens to be, whether it's morning still or not, he'll say, Maddie, do you want coffee? Yes, please. He gets her coffee and puts her sugar in it even for her. Doesn't he put your milk and sugar in for you?
Yeah.
You're so freaking spoiled.
I know.
But I really can't say anything because I'm spoiled too. Spoiling's the best.
Mm-hmm.
We were just watching, before we came on here, we were watching some old episodes of Wife Swap. Has anybody ever watched that show? We're watching it on Hulu, and the episodes we were watching were from what, Maddie, like 2004?
Yeah. First season.
First season, yeah. And that's beside the point. The point was, I made the comment that if anybody ever switched with me, they would never want to leave. Because my husband is so awesome. Like, yeah, son, she is a daddy's girl for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. Things weren't quite as scary. You're right. It was a little bit different. And I think when you're younger, too, you're a little bit more brave than you are. You know, the older you get, the more in touch with your own mortality you become. But, yeah, I said if anybody ever switched lives with me and came to my house, they'd never want to leave because Jeff does everything around here. I'm pretty spoiled my own self.
Austin does most of the housework except yesterday he made me clean. But I'm really happy I did because the house is so nice now. But I hate cleaning. But he talks about it all the time. He's like, when are you going to pick up? It's like, okay, I just got to do it. Just this one time.
Just this once and he'll get off your back for the next year.
Right.
So you've done it once in a year?
No, I pick up. Like, if people are coming over, I'll pick up. Or
define
clean.
Picking up.
Like, I'll just, like, clean all, like, I just have, like, a lot of crap.
Okay, you pick it up, and then where do you put it? You pick it up, but you just...
I put it in my closet room.
Okay, Maddie has
which
a whole...
people can't go into.
Right. Maddie has a room, or that is a closet. Like, literally, you open the door, and it's a closet.
There's clothes all over everywhere. The floor.
Yeah. We have this... How many of you guys have seen... I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen the movie... How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
And remember the part where they send a little girl down to the dump, and it says "dump it to crumpet," and then the Grinch is talking about how all their unwanted Christmas presents end up in the town dump. Well, when we would have a function at our house, that was kind of code word for us. Like when we had to get the house clean in a hurry, that we were just going to do a dump it to crumpet. Just like open up the closets and pile everything in.
I really don't know any other way.
It just has to give the illusion of being picked up. It doesn't really have to be organized. Just have to give the illusion of it being clean.
And then when you go to look for something, you can't find anything. It's all in a pile in a closet.
You know who's awesome at dump it to crumpet? Your sister.
I know.
Oh my God. She can hide some stuff. She helped me get ready for a party not too long ago, and I still can't find stuff.
I know.
She really hides it good. I need her to come
over and help me clean out my closet room.
That's a good
Marie
idea.
Kondo it.
Good idea. You know about half the stuff that's in there you don't need.
Yeah, and I'm sure she loves, like, I like taking her clothes, she likes taking my clothes. We could do a swap.
Son, is that you too? Good, I'm glad to know we're not the only ones. I was a little embarrassed to say because people are probably thinking, oh my God, those people are pigs.
Put it in all the rooms people are least likely to go in. That's exactly. Because why would people go in your bedroom? You know,
right.
If you have people over there, they're not going to walk in your room, so I keep it in there.
Yes, yes, definitely. And then like open up the cupboards and like stuff it in the cupboards.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna look under the sink. Put it under there.
Right. But then I think, like, if I go to someone's house, I never think, like, oh my god, it's so messy in here. Like, I would never think that. Unless it was, like, really gross.
I was gonna say, I have thought that before, I'm not gonna
But,
lie.
I mean, if it was, like, dirty, but I would never think, like, oh my god, why do they have, like, clothes over there? Like, in their, I don't know, like,
You've
why
never
is their
thought
mirror dirty? I would never think that.
You've never thought that about somebody's house?
No, like, if someone's house was, like, gross, like, grimy or something, maybe. But I've never thought, like, they didn't fold their laundry, what the heck? Like, I'm here. They didn't fold their laundry for me. Like, I don't know.
I would never leave unfolded laundry out for company to see.
I
I would
mean,
dump it to Crumpet. I would
yeah,
hide it in
generally,
the
I wouldn't
closet.
either, but like if someone did do that, I wouldn't. I don't know. That's how I rationalize with myself that I don't need to clean my house. I guess. I guess if somebody's house was a whole mess and I came over, then. But if it
Oh,
was
I
just
see what
me-
you're saying. Like, there are people worse than you, so
Mhm.
you're still good.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. You can, your, what is the word I'm looking for? Your level?
Threshold.
Your threshold, yes, exactly. You're still above the dirtiest person's threshold, so you're good.
Exactly.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. So I would love some ideas. Do you guys have any ideas of what we should get for these blessing boxes? We have to spend about $20 per gift, I think.
I think I should look up the rules.
Yeah, look up the rules. And we need ideas and suggestions for what you put in this. Oh, Deb, you like my Debbie, you like my Medusa? Thank you. It is looking good. I don't have very much done so far, but I think for the size of it being 50 by 50 is not too big, which I love. I love that it's, you know, not such a huge diamond painting, but I think that the rendering is really nice for the size. I think it's going to look really good. It's coming together really nice, and I also am not mad at the fact that it only has 27 colors. Like, I don't think you need to saturate diamond painting with a million colors for it to look good. I mean, I think that it's like anything. There's a happy medium. You don't want to have too few colors because then you're going to have it looking more pixelated and stuff. But you don't need to have 500 colors either. You know, sometimes that just gets annoying. I don't know. But everybody, you know, and that's the thing. Everybody has the thing that they prefer. That some people prefer color blocking. Some people prefer confetti. Some people prefer, you know, lots of color changes and those canvases with the 250 colors, and some people don't. Speaking of that, you guys, it's September 3rd, so you know I started on some shit. I started on my Josephine Wall, the one from Diamond Painting Deutschland. Diana from Diamond Painting Deutschland. Oh my God, I love it. It's beautiful. And I have to say, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but I do not mind a double-sided adhesive canvas.
I've never used one.
You have them.
I have a lot.
You have a lot?
Never used one.
I don't mind them. I really, really don't. I like it. I love how sticky they are. That's one thing I want to say about this Medusa too from Enablers Outpost. This adhesive is really good. It's really sticky. Like, you know how sometimes if you lay your arm on here, you have to be really careful. Like, you're always sometimes afraid that drills are going to come up on your arm.
Yeah.
Not with this sucker. These suckers they are down there. They are on the canvas. Oh, look, and then I just pulled one up. But that's because I was running my hand across it aggressively and I didn't roll this section yet. But yeah, I like how it's turning out so far. I want to be the first to get it done. No, I'm kidding. It's not a competition, Angie.
Oh, I found the...
Oh, you found our rules?
The one of the things is a cup or a mug. I think I'm going to do a resin cup. But I need to watch more videos.
Oh. Yeah, Debbie, it is a little bit... The Diamond Painting Deutschland Diana is 250 colors. And it's a ridiculous amount of color changes.
That's a lot.
I mean, just in a section this big, I bet you they used 200 out of the 250 colors. It's just a lot. It reminds me of, of this cross stitch project I'm working on that is just super confetti and always changing thread color. And it's a huge diamond painting. That Josephine Wall one is, it's, I think it's like 80 by 100 or something ridiculous
Oh my
like that.
God.
Yeah.
How big? What size is this one? I am horrible at.
Yours is, this one is 71 by 56.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It literally covers the table. The Diana does.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How long do you think that will take you?
Oh my gosh, I think it's going to take me over a year because I don't plan on working on it like
All the time.
all the time. Because the thing is, when I work on that, it's so big, and because it's double-sided adhesive, I can't drape it over my lap desk to work on it in the living room. I have to work on it in here on my table. And sitting in here in the craft room at the table is not as comfortable as sitting in my recliner with my feet up. So I'm less likely to come in here and work as I am. I should, before we go, I should bring it in here and show you guys what I got done. You guys want to see what I've gotten done so far on it? I've gotten, you're gonna be shocked to see what I've gotten done in 3 days. So yeah, Debbie, it would be cool if I could be the first one to get this done. I would like, I don't know, I saw a couple other people had unboxed this, but I don't know if anybody's working on it or not.
This one?
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, you should be the first one to get it done.
I'm gonna try, but I am also working on that Diamond Painting Deutschland one, and Chuck Along did start too 2 days ago.
Drills and Chills.
And Drills and Chills started, so.
Which I didn't even know about.
You knew about it, you just had the wrong
date.
dates.
It was in October.
Yeah. Alright, talk to Maddie for a second. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna run and get that canvas.
I don't know what to say.
Well, do circus tricks.
Okay. I'll do some circus tricks. But anyways, this blessing box is one of them, is something that represents your state. I shouldn't give them all up because, oh, what am I working on? I'm working on, I can't remember the name again, Catching Dreams by Chuck Pinson. I'm doing it for Chuck Along. I want to win the contest because for Christmas in July I thought it was a contest, and I worked so hard. I got it done so fast because I thought it was a contest and I just wanted to win. So I never win anything, but it was just a fun thing, which is cool, but you know, I wanted to win really bad.
Alright.
Hi, Nate.
No, it's not Nate,
Oh.
it's Mom.
I thought it was you.
Move your drills. So I got this big ass canvas to bring in here.
You sounded like Nate when you talked.
I did? So either Nate
Holy
sounds like
cow.
a girl or I sound like a boy.
You got a lot done.
I got a lot done. And you guys know that I didn't do all this in just 3 days. So you know that, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So it's looking good. The drills for this are absolutely gorgeous drills.
I love the colors.
The colors are amazing.
Oh my god, I pulled one out.
Madeline.
No, this was no, I pulled one out.
Madeline Jane.
Which one did I pull? No, it was just on there.
I don't see a spot.
I think it was just chilling.
I think it was just chilling too, because I rolled this,
Oh.
so there's none should have been able to come off. But yep, that's what I've got so far. And it's really cool because you can read where it says Joe down there in the corner where she signed it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the first row done, but look at how much more I have to go. This thing is never ending.
Look at that legend.
No, it's just never ending.
Does it say how many are in there?
Oh, it just says 1 pack.
Oh.
But these drills, this, hold on, let me just put this back real quick. Okay, I'm back. I also kitted up, yes, they are beautiful colors. But the Diamond Painting Deutschland one, the drills are really, really nice. They're beautiful drills. They're like the ones that look wet, like the real shiny top ones that have the wet look to them. Those are my favorite. And they were pre-bagged, and they came with individual stickers for kitting up, which was
That's nice.
nice. It made it so much easier. And, you know, the canvas is nice and sticky, and the symbols are actually, I'm getting to the point where I when I set out my drill containers, I set them all out like in the same order every time. And I'm getting to where I have it kind of memorized. And I was very, very thoughtful and deliberate when I organized my drills. I didn't go by DMC number like I usually do when I'm kitting up. I went by symbols that looked the same, that had the same color background. So it was easy. Like I'm like, okay, that's that's a triangle. So I have a
Right.
triangle section. So all the triangles are together.
That's nice.
You know, like all the letters
So,
are
yeah,
together,
that
all the
makes
numbers
sense.
are together.
Do you always do that?
No,
Because I do it by
usually I just go in order.
1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4, 5.
that's what I usually do.
Yeah.
But for that one, I did it a little bit differently, and it is working out really nice.
I should order them differently, like maybe letters in one. You know, like in my storage, letters here,
'Cause why not?
numbers here. I don't know.
I mean, who says you have to do it in in order? I don't know what I did with my. Oh, there it is. Like I don't know what I did with my drills. But yeah, it was the point I was getting to is I wish that, because I ordered another Josephine wall canvas from Uniquely Yours Down Under. I also kitted that one up. That was the one that took me 12 and a half hours to kit up.
Is that when I was here?
Yes.
Like, oh my god.
12 and a half hours it took me to kit up, because it came in those little tiny 200 drills per package packets, and I had to open each and every one of those. I haven't started that canvas yet, but I do have it kitted up. And I want to start it and just compare the quality and see, what one is like versus the other. But so far I've been looking, there's one on Diamond Painting Deutschland, another one that I want to order, but I got to save up the funds for that one. Those suckers are expensive. Oh, the drills, Marina, from Uniquely Yours Down Under. They're not fabulous, if I'm going to be totally honest. They're not they're not bad looking, but they're not premium drills, I wouldn't say. And there are quite a few with some tabbies on them, and some that are like cut in half. And I did not like the fact, because with the Uniquely Yours Down Under one, I got an inventory sheet that told me how many drills I needed and then how many they gave me. There were about 4 or 5 colors where they gave me like 3 extra drills.
No way.
Way. And they're square drills, and I don't have a lot of square drills in storage, like, because I mean, most of my spares are rounds for some reason.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what happens, because I'm really sloppy when I jiggle my tray around and I'm pouring back in my container. Like, what happens if I lose 3 colors? And what are the chances that working on a canvas with 200 colors, where you're going to be getting out that color how many times and putting it back, the chances that you're going to lose a few.
Or like, what if there are like trash ones?
Or what if there's trash ones? Yeah. So, I mean, but I kind of have confidence that if I contact them, that they would send me a pack. You know what I mean? I'm not really too worried about it. They seem like a reputable company, so.
I need to find some more companies to buy stuff from.
You should check out Oraloa. Have any of you guys purchased from Oraloa? I'm just wondering what their quality is like, because I've heard kind of conflicting opinions about Oraloa. But you should check them out. They have Hannah Lynn.
Ooh, I do like Hannah Lynn. I like her coloring books.
Wait a second. Do they have Hannah Lynn, or do they have
Micah Jelena?
No, not Micah Jelena. Oh, why is her name? Mandy Manzano. I think it's Hannah Lynn that Oraloa has.
I like Hannah Lynn coloring books a lot.
Yeah.
Because I learned at the retreat how to
do shading
with faces and hair, and she's got a lot of faces and hair in her stuff.
Yes.
So that's my favorite thing to do.
But yeah, you should check that out. And I think it's an American company. I think they ship from within the US.
So it shouldn't be too long.
Right.
Yeah, because I like Treasure Studios arts a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Craftably.
Yep, I love
An art
Craftably. Did
club.
anybody see the Craftably images that they're coming out with? The previews of the Craftably images that are going to be coming? Did you see them, Maddie? Yeah, apparently they've been leaking. I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen a couple that were posted on that somebody posted on Facebook. But apparently they've leaked a preview of some of their newer images that are going to be coming out.
Anything cool?
Yeah, there were. Yeah, I'm still on the fence about the frog one.
I want it.
I know. On one hand, I really want it, but on the other hand, I'm like, what am I gonna do with that?
I have one. I got it on Amazon when I first started diamond painting, but it's like 4 diamond paintings, and it's a bunch of different frogs, like in different scenarios on the toilet. Like there's like
I have 2 of those.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, there's like a set, and there's 4 of them. There's like a lady frog, then there's like a little frog with a top hat. Then there's just one with
I
toilet
have
paper.
2 of those.
I wanted to do them all.
They are super
cute. And then
cute.
put them up in my bathroom when we get a house, but
those are really cute. I like those too.
I think I lost the drills.
Oh no. Well, they're probably in your spare bedroom.
They probably are.
They probably got dumpeted, decrumpeted.
Yep.
Funny, funny, funny.
I should just rebuy them because they weren't that expensive. But I kind of just want them in
I know, Marina. Your poor shipping woes. I feel so bad for you people in Australia. And it's just ridiculous amount of shipping.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, it's so far away.
Well, and then, Marina, isn't there a moratorium? Like, are you still not able to get anything shipped directly from the U.S.? Like, it has to go through another country? I think was...
Why?
I honestly don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure Marina will tell you.
Yeah,
Marina, should I say your name Marina or Morena? She's at the ass end of the world.
Yeah. That's funny.
But, oh my god, you guys, I can't believe we've been on here talking for an hour already.
Oh my god.
Oh, Singapore until October. Yeah. So, well, you guys, this has been a super, super fun time, and I really appreciate everybody. I told Maddie I would be thrilled if 10 people came and hung out, and you guys have surpassed that, and I am so, so thankful, and I had nothing at all to be nervous about. And thank you guys for supporting me and being here. And I look forward to doing this again. It was really fun. And I think next time I won't be so shy to do it.
I think it was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Do it every week.
I don't know about every week. Maybe we'll do it every other weekend when you're home. How about that?
That sounds good.
Yeah, we can do Friday night whipping sips.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We're going to get going. Thank you, Marina, for so much. Oh, I was saying it right. Great. Yay. Yay me. All right. Thank you, son. It was so great to have you. I'll talk to you guys all later. All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to turn this off. We're still here because we don't know how to turn this off.
Try like just tapping the middle of the screen.
Okay, I'm going to try that.
And then something should pop up.
No, that didn't
maybe
work.
the X at the top right.
Okay.
Yes.